California sunrise is covered in clouds.
Good morning, sailors. It's Thursday morning, April 14th, and about 9 o'clock. And I'm back on watch after getting a good night's sleep. Skipper's down below, getting some well-deserved sleep. We're being up most of the night. And Brad's down making some coffee. I've got the Ray Marine autopilot going here. You can see it's doing its work. Pretty much set the compass course and it just follows it, despite all the rolling waves. We do have a lot of rolling waves, although it's calmed down a little bit. It's still a little bit bumpy out here. And we do have sails up. Let's see if I can show you those.
So, Brad, how's the trip going?
Beautiful. It's such a wonderful Thursday morning, y'all. Good day. I have to say, I love being on the open ocean, feeling the waves and the rhythms and the sounds.
Even when it's bouncy?
Well, less when it's bouncy and confused like yesterday.
Oh, it's brutal.
But even then, it's just this rhythm and this feeling of being part of the planet's rhythms. Up and down and forward, and the lapping of the water, and the movement of the boat back and forth. It takes a minute to get used to, or a few hours. And once you do, it just, for me, it feels like home. I feel home.
Glad you're having a good time.
I am. Thank you.
No, thank you. We couldn't have done it without you, man. It's a challenge of the helmsperson. If it's on autopilot, you have nothing to hold on to play with computers. Bunch. Oh, they got a bubble net going. They're swimming in a circle. Hey everybody, this is Bridger with SVShadowfax. I'm with my excellent friend Brad and excellent friend Will. Cover up the camera. Oh! Yeah, it's Will. And we are just taking a little break. We had to get some fuel. I don't know if I can make this smaller. No.
That's good. I get it.
We had to get some fuel and plug that into the engine because we burned about 15 gallons worth. 18 gallons really, but we plugged in 15. That should be more than enough to get us home. And now we're gonna start up the Iron Jenny and keep on chugging because we have like 1 knot of wind and the ocean is glassy. Lumpy, but glassy. So, Will, do you have anything to report?
Hey, I'm having a great time, and the cocktails are good.
Non-existent. What about you, Brad?
I have some whales to report. We minutes ago saw our second grouping of whales.
Sweet. Yeah, we think they were minke whales, but we're not really sure. They had a small, kind of droopy dorsal fin. And we saw dolphins yesterday.
And dolphins.
Woo! They were like black and white.
And we had a bird passenger for a few hours too.
Yeah. Which was cool. It was excellent. So we had a pretty rough first day, but I think things are getting better, and hopefully we'll have some better wind. Some breeze. Any last comments for another 20 hours of motoring?
Well, right on SVShadowfax.
SVShadowfax, right on! Hey, good morning everybody. This is Rich from SVShadowfax. We are sailing down the coast of Oregon. We just passed Coos Bay, and we're about to come around to round Cape Blanco, which is the farthest west sticking chunk of rock off of Oregon, pushing out into the Pacific. It's the home of the lovely town of Port Orford. It's not really a port, and there's not really a place to anchor unless you really had to. And it'd have to be a really strong north wind to want to do that, because it's surrounded by rocks. It's a lot like Trinidad, where Trinidad is just a little chunk of rock sticking out on the Pacific, and it gives you a little shelter from the north wind, but it tends to be really rolly, and also that one's surrounded by rocks. Mooring balls are beautiful there. We are still motor sailing. Oh man, my hair is bad. That's what happens when you live in a hat for 2 days. Still motor sailing, because there is very little wind. It's less than 4 knots. And actually probably that 4 knots that we're reading off our thing is probably the 4 knots that we're driving. Although this boat says we're going 6.2, so maybe that's correcting. And we do have wind from the southeast, which was what was forecast for today. Light wind from the forecast, light wind southeast. The seas are pretty glassy, but lumpy like potatoes. So we're still bouncing up and down, but it seems like everybody's feeling a little better. The sunshine is out, and the greenhouse is cooking. Man, I have to say, of all the things I really like in this boat, this cockpit enclosure just it makes a world of a difference with having crappy weather outside or just having it be cold. It is 20 degrees colder outside than it is in here. So I took off some layers, and everybody else has shedded layers too. And we're good. We're just gonna chug along. We have dreams of sailing. Maybe after Cape Blanco, but I think we've got a little ways to go still to get there, and I'll give you a check up when we go. Let's see. This is Will, mechanic extraordinaire, mathematician whiz, and navigator of SVShadowfax on our first journey. So what's the word, Will? What's a good word?
Well, we're probably about 6 nautical miles north of
Cape Blanco.
It's Blanco's Reef, yeah. The weather's supposed to change as we go around it. We can head a little bit more west.
Awesome.
And, towards Humboldt Bay after this. The wind's picking up a little bit. 10 knots, 9 knots. And mechanic-wise, there's nothing to do on this boat. Everything's beautiful. The motor's been running for 2 days straight. And
Without a glitch.
not a glitch.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Sweet. Well, thanks for coming on this ride, man. I couldn't have done it without you.
Hey, I'm loving it. Welcome to SVShadowfax.
Woo! The navigator, seen in the wild, secretly doing his private craft of diligently recording our location for posterity's sake. And we see him licking his pencil, ready to sharpen every edge. It's been long. It's going along. That's my plan. Now I just have to tighten up the star knot. Hey, this is Rich, and it's time for me to make dinner on SVShadowfax. We are making my favorite dinner, which is really breakfast. I really like making breakfast, actually, so I'm making some sausage, some chicken sausage, and some eggs, and some tortillas for everybody, and that, I think, will be a nice hearty dinner. This is probably our last night on the boat on our journey down the south of the coast. We passed Cape Blanco, We passed Gold Beach. Now we've got to get through Brookings, around Point St. George at Crescent City. Then on the homeward run past Trinidad and into Eureka. That's our plan. But dinner first. So here's what I got going on right now. And I gotta start cracking eggs. And I've got my sausages almost ready. I gotta put some eggs in. It's really loud with the engine. And the stairway vibration. The stairway vibration is like, I swear it's as loud as the engine. Check this out. It's like loud. Yeah. It ends up being as loud as the engine. I gotta fix that. Last charts.
Last chart. Last chart.
Oh, some quality wine and delicious food. Cheers.
Let none go to waste.